Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Sweetwater, and you're like, Darn, why are you re-reviewing this guy? It's a little bit of a preview. So my friend Matt just went to Atlanta, or Georgia, and we're actually reviewing a bunch of cool new beers. Just to preview it out, we're doing Scofflaw, New Realm, which is a Mitch Steele's brewery, formerly of Stone, and then Tropicalia, which is a huge beer in Georgia right now, like huge IPA. And basically, two breweries I've never had, and the Tropicalia had like a year, like a decade ago. So like basically three beers I've never had. So he thought it'd be cool to just pick up some Sweetwater because in the Georgia theme. I reviewed this about a month ago. It was on buy one get one, and I thought there was something wrong with it, like not right, even though it's fresh. He bought it again fresh, and this is probably Best Buy, or no, it is Best Buy November, so they probably have a 6-month Best Buy on it. So we're guessing this is going to be 2 months old. No, wait. 6, 5, yeah. No, 1 month old. Yeah, literally a month fresh. They also did a rebrand, so that's actually really good. The older one was a little bit like, this is way cleaner, newer, great redesign. Like, this looks way better. Yes, and it still kept the actual Sweetwater, like, see that fish, but just hidden in the back. But they did this like new kind of cool, vibe. It's got a little vibe, like hip. So let's dig back into this beer, see how bad it is. No. I would love this beer to be great. I would love this beer to be delicious. You never vote for a beer to be bad, right? So we'll see. Card was pretty aggressive on this guy, even though I had a fridge the whole time. Beer comes in more of a classic IPA color, right? A nice kind of like medium gold color, maybe leaning on deep gold. Definitely a little bit of haze on that, huh? Like not like a medium haze, like definitely not a clear beer at all. Tight bubbled head on that. Huh, interesting. Pretty bland on the nose. I get this kind of like lemony citrus character, light bready sweetness, a little bit of this kind of like generic hop thing going on. Almost has this kind of like what do you call it, like iced tea powder thing, if that makes any sense. There's just a little bit of this kind of like, I don't know, a little bit of a tea thing, but then the lemony zippiness of lemon tea powder kind of thing going on. But you're really not much going on for a beer that's ideally a month fresh. Like, again, full blind, I have no clue. This is very perplexing. I would have. Sometimes like a nose is weird, and like you could tell at least it's a hoppy beer. It's like, I don't know what kind of hoppy beer it is. It could be pale ale, IPA, who knows? But like at least it shows hops, and you can sort of tell that. Like, you know what? That's what it reminds me of. I've had a good amount of like homebrew IPA kind of things, because obviously IPAs are very popular. Sometimes the homebrew IPAs just don't zing, and they just have this kind of muted, kind of like, it's hoppy-ish, but like, right? There's like, what's going on? Like, you're not quite sure your IPAs. Not a very nice thing to say about a brewery that is like very big. Sweetwater got bought out by what? Weed company. Anyway. I actually have some in the stock, I believe, but poor choice. Cannabis company out of Canada. Wow. Okay. Is this off? I want to say this is better than the last one. But yeah, it sort of tastes a little bit like homebrew. So the beer is bitter. So it definitely has that part. Like, there's part of it like towards like 3/4 of the palate, it's like, oh, okay, this is like a hoppy beer, some kind of like attempt at an IPA. It's dry enough, it's long and bitter. So like, okay, some kind of hoppy beer, right? And then up front, it's got this like lemony, zippy, lightly piney thing, a little bit of sweet malt character, and just bitter. Yeah, okay, a great analogy. This is just like it's a poorly constructed homebrew. It has like echoes of IPA, like. What's a good analogy I can give? So it's not only like a little bit homebrew, but like a contracted beer by a very, very large facility. If have this for someone who's never had a proper IPA and they made this, that would be like what this is. Like if aliens came to Earth and you gave them a recipe on how to make an IPA, they would come up with something like this, right? It's sort of, right? It's like, okay, it's sort of an IPA, but it's not really quite an IPA, if that makes any sense. Like, it's like having like New York style pizza outside of New York, or New York style Chinese food. it's just not going to be quite there. And like they obviously like can see pictures and can look up a recipe, try to imitate it. But like until you've actually had the real thing, having like the fake thing, or it doesn't quite fit, right? Yeah, that's exactly what this is. Like, yeah, I mean, like for someone who's never had an IPA, they'd be like, oh yeah, this is what IPA like could taste like. But it's just a very poor version of it. It's a shadow of that kind of perception of hop character. There's like really not much to say about the hop character up front. The malt's like weirdly placed. The beer doesn't have much expressive character either for like IPA. And then what they really the only thing they get right is the IBUs. like they boiled some hops. They got IBUs out of the hops. But yeah, wow, interesting. Okay, so I'm glad. For 6.3%, what a waste of alcohol, right? Like you think this would be like a hoppy pale ale, like 5.4 or something. At least if it was so bland, it at least be lower in alcohol. But like at 6%, you're getting some alcohol out of this guy, and you're not getting much flavor. Extremely bland beer. Rating: it's actually really fun to taste. So if you guys are really interested in a curious experiment, try this out, because it really shows you like how spoiled we can be. Especially like imagine, there you go. There's a good example. There are homebrewers out internationally that have never had a great example of like a Stone IPA or a Sierra Nevada Celebration, and like them imitating and reading BJCP and trying to make that beer. They might make something like this, which again sort of tastes like an IPA, but really is not. And it goes to show you how spoiled we are with like top quality beer. Quality craft beer is absolutely fantastic. Quality of IPAs is fantastic, and like something like this is a shame, because this is a large facility. This is a big brewery, and they're just making this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. Yeah, reminds me of that like European beer box beer, like just like it's sort of what an IPA should taste like, but like it's like not there at all. So it's like fake IPA. 74, like it doesn't even have all flavors. It's not even like all flavors. Yeah, C. No, let's look a little. 72. C minus. Yeah, there's no really all flavors here. It's just really bland and doesn't taste like a real IPA. It's just like lightly malty and bitter. Okay, cool. Cheers.